Hello? It's really dark in here. I feel like I've been gone forever. Where have y'all been? I'm back, but no one's here. Somebody get me out of here. Oh, wait, there's the light.
That's better. Now I can see around here. And suddenly there's no echo, so I must have stepped out of that cave I was stuck in for 2 weeks. While I was in that cave, I wasn't just hibernating. I figured some things out, learned how to make some music, and I also did a collab with Hugenbahn Salon, a guy named Kobe. He found me on Instagram, and we got together on Sunday virtually, and we had a 2.5-hour talk session, just basically getting to know each other and telling some funny stories. I'll put the link for that episode in the description for this podcast if you're on Spotify right now. Also, I've decided to make my first video podcast episode because it seems to me that I would like to be more creative, and that's, well, a great way to keep me busy and occupied. So there will also be a link to the latest and first premiere of the Basic Vets video podcast episode, or vlog, whatever you want to call it. Who gives a shit? I basically recorded a video, and then I edited it and put a couple of pretty things in it. I'll get better, but for now, this is what we have. What I wanted to do was give you guys a sample of the audio from that episode so that you at least know what it sounds like. There will be a bit of a different quality if you go on YouTube because it's harder to get really good audio quality through OBS and then put it through YouTube as opposed to when I record in GarageBand using professional vocal enhancements and stuff like that. So it'll sound different once the audio switches. Not a whole lot different, but when you go to YouTube, it will definitely sound different. But the video quality is great for YouTube, and the audio quality is also great for YouTube, so it might be a little easy to watch. It'll be definitely an augmentation to the voice behind here, but if you're commuting, it's probably not a good idea to watch video. If you're sitting around at home or at work, you can put it off to the side, whatever you want to do. But we'll go from here. I'm going to start collabing with some more people. I've already got some stuff in the chute. Founder of BrokenJarhead.com is going to be on maybe this weekend, hopefully this weekend, if I can get my setup complete and ready for a collaboration, because I'd like to do it a little different than other people do, which is usually through Zoom. But the OBS software I use is used for Twitch streamers and stuff like that, gamers. And it's really user-friendly once you get used to it, and you can make more flashy videos with less editing in the end by using OBS. So I'm going to try that. It's a learning process because I have to create my own PNG pictures and edit it and fit the video inside of it. It's a little complicated process. You all don't need to know about it. I'm just going to do it and learn it, and you guys get to watch, all right? So I don't want to keep you guys any longer. Let's go ahead and get into this very first video episode of the Basic Vet podcast. Thanks, guys. Check it out. Basic Vet, the podcast with a beard, tattoos, and no fucks. It's politically incorrect. It's abrasive. It's unapologetic, and it's probably fucking funny. I'm your host, Shannon Smith. Here you'll find out what it's like being a vet on a day-to-day basis, the unspoken struggles you don't hear about, and some honest stories from my time in our beloved Marine Corps. So grab a beer and throw out all those fucks you've had in your pocket, because where we're going,
you don't need any fucks.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Basic Vet. It's been a couple of weeks since I've dropped an actual podcast episode, so I figured I'd take this time to just swing by real quick and let you know that I haven't forgotten about the Basic Vet or any of you. I've been trying to improve on the Basic Vet during these 2 weeks that I've taken a break. One of the things I've done is learn how to make music. I can now use GarageBand basically enough that I can make my own little loops for the background and intro and outro songs. So I wanted to figure that out quickly. Got it. The next thing I wanted to figure out was where I was going to go next with the podcast itself. And I was getting kind of bored just making content by myself, talking about myself. It's boring. And I'm sure you guys are getting a little tired of it too. So I've been thinking about moving on to collaborations, interviews, having other people on as guests, and people that are way more interesting than me, by the way, on my show, hopefully. One of the things that gave me that idea is someone came by recently on my Instagram and hit me up because he has his own podcast, and he listened to mine and he liked it. So he was interested in having me on his podcast, and I decided to do it. And on Sunday, we did a video collaboration together, and I didn't have my video running, so it looks a little weird because every time the video switches to me, it's a black screen and it says The Basic Vet. Because of that, after I watched it, I said I needed to get my ass in gear, get the room set up as best I could so that I could actually turn on my video and not look like a fucking hobo. Now, if you're watching this video now, I still kind of look like a hobo because I've got sunglasses on since I had to create my own lighting, and it's all right under my face, blasting in my eyes. Until I figure out the lighting situation, I'm just going to have to do it like this. Now, the YouTube channel I created is called, you got it, it's called The Basic Vet. Now, it's probably not going to be that easy to find if you just go search it, so I'm going to put the link in this podcast episode, and I'll put the link on Instagram and Facebook, wherever you go and see The Basic Vets posts. So it'll be there. So cruise by, check out the YouTube channel, and I'm not going to get too far into the video portion of this because none of you are listening to it for the video portion right now, right yet. So let's just get on and move on to the topics that I actually wanted to cover real quickly in my drive-by today. The first drive-by topic that we're going to cover today is being an autodidact, which is something that I am, and recently learned that I am. Autodidact is a person that learns things on their own, and I have usually preferred the things that I learn to do on my own. Been to school, been to college, done all that stuff. It gets boring way too quick because it doesn't move at the pace I'd like or cover the things I'd like to do, and I get fucking bored. Mix that with ADD, that's a problem, right? So I got to find things that keep me interested constantly. And when they stop keeping me interested, I got to take a break, switch gears, and then come back to it again. Something you can't do in school, something you can't do on a regular basis, right? I guess it's more artisty. I guess I'm a little artisty. Yeah, that's what I am. Don't call me a fucking artist. No, but being an autodidact has helped me in quite a bit of ways because if I don't understand something and I'm interested in doing it or I have to do it, then I'll find whatever way I can to learn how to do it. One cool thing that I don't do is go right to someone and ask before I've done some fucking research on my own to figure out if I could do it. There's no pride in that. Don't sit there and spin your wheels so long that you forget what you were doing or you just shelve it. But use the resources that you have at your fingertips right now to learn whatever it is that you've been thinking about learning now. Well, let's say you've been thinking about learning, I don't know, drawing. Well, then find some YouTube videos, some basic ones. There's all kinds of YouTube videos out there you can watch to learn, what to do. There's this stuff called master classes you can take now. You can learn whatever the hell you want, pretty much whatever way you want nowadays. There's no reason not to. If you want to learn how to write a book or you want to write, just pick up the pen and start fucking writing the book. All right. And then once you get 30 pages in and realize this is horrible, you try something else. There's been a bunch of like projects and experiments that people will do. I think one of them is you can do anything for 30 days. You just take a challenge and it's a new thing that you've never tried before, but you do what you can do in 30 days. You see where you get. And at the end of that 30 days, you look back and you either say, wow, that was worth it, or that wasn't worth it. But it's 30 days of your life. What are you going to miss? I mean, you could do 30 days in jail and then just get out like nothing ever happened. The world doesn't stop. It's just 30 days. Come on. Now, one problem with being an autodidact is having ADD with that. Because ADD gets me real bored real quick. Once I get into something, if I figured it out, I'll either move on to something else or just say, hell, fuck yeah, I got it. All right, what's next? I got to have that next step. And the next step for me with podcasting was video podcasting, I think. But that's anyway where I'm going with this. So I've had ADD since I was a little kid, and you can tell when you if you listen to the collaboration with me that Kobe did, you'll be able to tell that we got off on a tangent many, many times. The episode is called Tangent Wrangling for that specific reason. ADD is a terrible thing to have. It's annoying, but it can be used for a benefit, I guess, if you wanted it to. I don't know. You see that? There's that ADD. I was thinking about something else. Man, but you would think having ADD and being interested in so many things would just keep me busy all the time. It doesn't. It really doesn't. I tend to get bored because I sit there thinking, what would I like to do next? What would I like to do next? And I never make the move. That turns me into a procrastinator. I hate procrastinating, and I also hate not procrastinating. Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place, guys. Where am I supposed to go with that? All right. Boredom can be a good and a bad thing. Good things come out of bored places. I got stuck in a a place of boredom for a long time. And usually when I'm stuck like that nowadays, I come out with a more productive thing to do as opposed to when I was younger, where when I would get bored, I would just go out and get into fucking trouble somehow. Well, I don't really feel like getting in trouble and paying fines and shit like that. I'll just find something productive to do nowadays. That might take the form of video games. That might take the form of guitar. That might take the form of, I don't know what it'll take the form of. I mean, not underwater basket weaving. That just doesn't seem like something I'd be interested in. I was going to do scuba diving for a bit. I got real interested in that because I love the water. But I kind of lost interest when there's really only a couple of good places to scuba dive around where I'm at. I guess I wasted my time off the coasts that I was in for 9 years when I could have taken scuba lessons. Oh well, whatever. But you got to solve that boredom. Don't get stuck in that boredom. Don't do it. One of the things that helps get you out of a bored, boring situation is getting some inspiration or finding it from somewhere else. Where do you find your inspiration from? Is it Facebook? Is it Instagram? Is it cool things that people say? Is it a book, an actual book? Is it movies? Songs? Where do you find your inspiration? It doesn't always have to come from the same place. I find my inspiration in the oddest places when I'm not looking for it. I guess it's kind of like fucking dating. Once you're not looking for it, that's when it happens, right? Same thing with inspiration for me. I was searching for some inspiration on the next thing I wanted to do with my podcast. Kept banging my head against the wall. Couldn't figure it out. At that break, I said, you know what? I'm stepping away. Whatever. Let me just let this simmer. Now, I didn't just shelve it to never come back to it. I shelved it and didn't start anything else until I figured out where I wanted to go. Part of that was a couple of neat songs and this video right here. As far as inspiration goes, it can come from anywhere. It doesn't have to come from one specific place or one specific person or a specific situation. Inspiration comes in the form of everything. Inspiration could come in the form of when you walk into the bathroom and there's shit already in the toilet and you go out and inspire that manager to get his employees to take care of that fucking thing. All right, maybe not. That's an extreme weird example. We won't use that. Let's talk about where the basic vet is going next. Where will the basic vet go next? I don't fucking know. Now we've introduced video, so that's a new thing. I can start making video and add more frustration as far as edits go. I'm still licking the social media thing, trying to lick. That just sounds weird. I'm still trying to nail down the social media thing. I hate social media. Social media is a place where things and ideas go to get ruined and die. But in the world we live in today, I'm not going to gain any fucking traction unless I go and advertise on social media. And that brings me to the next point. Have you gone to the Instagram for the.basic.vet or any of the other social media platforms that I posted on? Because recently I posted a giveaway. And if you're a motorcycle rider, that's definitely something you want to get into, right? It's a $25 gift card for cycle gear. Yes, that place you can go to get that real good Sedici gear. The top quality Sedici gear. Or you can get Dynacy for like $6 million. Either way, I'll give you $25. All you got to do is cruise by the Basic Vets page and tag one person. Right? That's it. It's on Instagram, the Basic Vet. You'll see the picture on there. It's got a motorcycle. It's got Mark fucking Marquez on the front. Anyway, just go there and like it or just fucking tag somebody. If I want to get ahead or get any type of advertisement out there right now, I'm going to have to use social media, so I got to suck it up and just move forward, right? Sometimes we don't like the things we got to do, but we got to do them. Social media is not my favorite fucking thing in the world, and I took a year or more off from Facebook and shit like that, and it was great. It was so awesome because I didn't know shit about the memes that were out or any of that stuff, and now it's just all in my face again. So I'll get on, I'll do my stuff, and then I'll get off. I just take it in small doses, man. Because if you sit there on it and scroll and scroll and scroll, it'll change you mentally. You'll start thinking differently, and all you're going to see is the negative bullshit because the algorithms start to follow what you click on. So the more you click on things and respond to them, that's what shows up in your feed. And if it's a bunch of bullshit and stuff that pisses you off, you're just going to keep seeing the stuff that pisses you off. That's what I figured out when I got back on to the old fuck books and started to notice that everything, I cut a bunch of negative shit out in Facebook, and then all I was noticing was like funny memes and funny shit, and not so much political shit coming up in my my newsfeed. So that's how you take care of it, folks. Start a new goddamn Facebook or get off it for a little bit, and then when you come back, just focus on the good things or the funny shit. Unless you like being pissed off all the time. If you like being pissed off all the time, there are plenty of people out there that'll do it for you. That love to. They're called trolls. And trolling is the way of the world right now. And it can be used for good and it can be used for bad. And I'm all about trolling the extremist weirdos out there that have that have no idea what they're talking about, but they react emotionally to something one person says, and then all of a sudden that's the way it is, and that's our world. Because that's the truth, right? That's the truth. You get your news from Facebook, people. Screw that newspaper bullshit that you used to get. No, that doesn't have to go through an editor. Social media just should be where you get all your news from, right? One person sees something happen, and they say, this is what happened. Some guy was in a van, and he blew up an AT&T station because he was working with Russia, right? Yeah, no. Once you get bought into the negative, weirdo, wackadoodles, that's what shows up in your newsfeed all the time, and it'll start to change you. So take a break, people. Damn, like delete it or put it on pause for a while, and then once you're done, come back with a different mindset, yeah? You'll be much happier. But don't take a break from the basic vet. Don't do that. If you take a break from social media, don't leave the basic vet. We want you here. All right, that's going to do it for me today, guys. I just wanted to give you a little drive-by, like I said, to let you know that things have changed around here, and they're going to get better and better and better. I don't think they're going to get worse, okay? Thank you all for cruising by, listening to this, listening to the songs, listening to the other crap that I've gone through, and sticking with me for as long as you have. We're going to do nothing but grow here, and I'm excited to see what happens next. Thanks, guys.
To everyone that listened to this podcast, thank you. Thank you for taking that time out of your day to listen to me bitch, babble, and complain. I really appreciate it. But all of my active duty friends out there, I want to say thank you for signing on that dotted line so that I can continue to enjoy my freedom and be a lazy fucker that just records his voice into a microphone all day and put it on the internet. And to those of you that say, just let it go, I say, fuck you. I'm never letting go of my commitment to excellence. And don't you let it go either. I'm out.